Matt, can you hear?
On me. That's better.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
better.
Now you go. There you go.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. I mean, training camp and preparation going really, really well. See, I remember when I first come here. It was back about 3 months ago when I first thought, let me see if I like training here, if I'm gonna get on with the team. And it was so hard. Like we were training twice a day, every day. We had no days off. The only day off you have is on a Sunday, but you still have to run up a massive mountain, or you have to do some steps and stuff. And I thought, how am I going to deal with this? Because my body's getting old. I'm getting a bit older. I'm 35. I'll be 35 then. And how am I going to deal and cope with this? But to be honest with you, I mean, it's made me realize that how special our bodies are. I mean, look, one thing about my body is that I'm so much stronger now, so much fitter. The training that I was scared to get into is now so easy for me. Like, I don't think twice about it. This morning, I was up at 8 o'clock today, went for a swim, did a really hard swim session. In a couple of hours, I'm going back in the gym again, doing a boxing session. I've been sparring. And one thing here that I do differently is they do 4-minute rounds of training. So you don't do a normal 3-minute round of sparring. They do 4-minute rounds of sparring, which is still at the highest level, and you're still with a high work rate, working hard. At the same time, you only have 30 seconds break in between. So, like, as soon as you do the 4-minute round, you walk to the corner, boom, it's time to go back out again. So it's really good. It's made me realize, where you can take your little breathers, where you can take your little breaks. And it's what I love about it as well is that what Bomak's done is he's bought a lot of these young fighters, like 24, 25-year-old fighters, even 26 is another fighter. He's bought them to train with me, to push me when I'm running, when I'm swimming, when I'm sparring. I've got young sparring partners who are strong and try to take my head off. And honestly, like, these guys are a lot younger than me. They're fresher than me. I'm 35 now. Even me, at times, I was thinking I might be a bit too old. I might be getting on a bit. I don't think I'll have the energy. But to be honest with you, I'm the one who's outrunning these guys. I'm out sprinting these guys. I'm out doing a lot more rounds than them. I'm the one who's staying in the ring doing 4 or 5 rounds with one guy. Then another guy jumps in, and I'm still outboxing the guys who are coming in fresher. So, I'm just I'm very amazed. I mean, I didn't think I had this much in me. But come fight night, Feb 19th, obviously I'm going to be more than ready. I honestly have to say I'm probably in one of the best shapes I've ever been in. And to train this hard over here is only giving me more confidence.
Sounds like being in the Crawford camp is doing you the world of good. There are different ways of winning fights. What are the important things that you'll have to do in order to get the nod against Kell Brook?
I think I have to just fight at my own fight at my own ability, use my speed, my power, my timing, my movement, and everything else. And also what I've learned here, what I'm learning here. See, I was here when I was here for the first 4 weeks. I remember doing sparring with Crawford. So we sparred with Crawford, and it's quite funny because obviously Bomac just said, "Listen, guys, get your gloves on. You're going in with Crawford today." And I'm like, "Really?" So anyway, stepped in the ring, and I mean, I had a little joke with Crawford. I go, "This is not something new to us. I mean, we've done this before." But when we sparred, it was a full-on sparring session, and obviously Crawford just come off that win against Sean Porter. So really, he was still fit and fresh. We did amazing 4 rounds of sparring. I swear, like, I felt so good in there. And Bomac come over to me afterwards and said, "Hey, Crawford come over to me in the office and said, Amir's looking really good." And so far out from the fight. You see, I mean, I don't like you saying this or talking about this, but when I went into the Crawford fight, I had a lot of injuries going into that fight with my elbow and everything else. I couldn't really throw the right hand. And with sparring with him this time, I know it's not like a fight because you're wearing bigger gloves and everything, but I did really, really well. And to get the nod off Crawford and from Bomac to say that, "Wow, you're looking amazing. You're looking in great shape. Your fitness is on point. Your punch rate, your power, everything is on point." So I can only imagine that. Look, come fight night, I'm going to be more than ready. I'm going to be in a better shape. I've never seen a 6-pack 6 weeks out of a fight. This time I've seen it this time. Whereas I do have to say that I did put on a lot of weight when I was traveling and I was back in the UK. And I'm glad I am glad I've done, and this is maybe a little bit of advice to other young fighters out there, is that training between fights. So throughout the whole COVID time, I was training, and I'm glad I did that because that only got me fit and strong. So when I came into training camp, I wasn't focused on losing weight. I was more focused on technique and strength and power.
This is a grudge match, you know, a fight between two people that have got a past and don't necessarily like each other. Emotionally, do you attack this fight differently? What is it like leading up to the fight with your emotions?
With the emotion, look, it's like any other fight. You're going to go in there and you want to hurt the guy. But with this fight, I think it's only made me, I have to be on my A game. I can't make any mistakes in this. I cannot afford to lose this fight. And it's not pressure. I think that's only going to bring the best out of me. And I know for a fact that I have to make sure that I go in there and I do everything push perfect. That's one of the reasons I came out here. I knew it was going to be hard. I knew I was going to be pushed. Look, I know for a fact that if I went back with Virgin Hunter, I could still beat Kell Brook. But I needed to make sure with 100% and how I stamped, I'm going to knock this guy out, beat Kell Brook in good fashion. That's why I came out here to Omaha and came out to Colorado Springs, because I know that the way these guys are going to train me is going to be so brutal. And I'm going to make sure I'm in the best condition ever.
Yeah. Last one from me before we open to the media. You've often said that you're a level above Kell. How do you go in with that confidence that you're a level above him, but not the complacency that can come with sometimes thinking you're a level above someone?
I'm not going to go into a fight thinking that I'm being complacent, because that's where I've made mistakes before. You see, I'm older now. I'm more experienced now, where I know not to even think about stuff like that. I'm a better fighter. I'm quicker. I'm stronger. I'm beating better fighters. That doesn't matter. Look, it's boxing where one punch can change a fight. It's happened to the best of us. So I have to make sure that I go in there with the right game plan. I have to be smart in there, and I have to just give my boxing lesson. So that's what it's all about. Me getting complacent, thinking or being too overconfident, that'll never happen now, because I'm at that age now where I can't afford to make any mistakes.